Carnatic artist Chitra Veena Ravikiran, who returned the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award because T.M. Krishna was conferred with this very award. Here's what he has had to say.
So yesterday you put out a tweet. In fact, early this morning you put out a tweet stating that you have decided to give back the most prestigious Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award, which in no doubt is the highest award that any Carnatic musician can get from the Music Academy. So what drove you to take the kind of decision that you did, sir?
Well, first of all, greetings to all your viewers and you yourself as such. It's a pleasure talking to you. Basically, I think my letter states my intentions. See, I have actually believed from childhood that music and arts are to unite the country, unite peoples of diverse cultures, unite and promote harmony and goodwill amongst people. So unfortunately, that has not been happening for a few years, and I don't want to name the artist in question. However, I was opposing his stance on a lot of ideological issues more than 10 years back. You would be able to see some of my articles in other, leading dailies or magazines, and some of my public speeches as well. So my whole stance is only ideological at this time, and I think that this statement should hopefully bring about an awakening of the responsibility of artists in bringing the country together, not bringing communal disharmony, intercommunal mistrust, or inciting intercommunal hate, all these things. So that is not the purpose of good art in my humble reckoning. So I think that my stance was only taken purely on those grounds. And since the Music Academy, as you said, is a fantastic institution, it has encouraged me from childhood. I should acknowledge that from the time I was 2 years old, they presented me in high-profile events, and they gave me a scholarship at the age of 2. So, you know, there is nothing against the institution that I have, but at the same time, their actions would send the wrong signals to aspiring students, music lovers, culture lovers, India-centric individuals who are not even Indians, you know. So worldwide, it sends a kind of a different signal, and this is what I was perturbed about, and that's the reason I returned this award.
Even in the past, T.M. Krishna has made an allegation against the Carnatic fraternity that it is majoritarily dominated by the Brahmin community, and that most of the artists, Brahmin artists, are unwelcoming to those from other communities. What would be your reaction to it, sir?
Yeah, this is an unfounded allegation because it does not hold water beyond the first 30 seconds. If you were to make that allegation, then you can make the same kind of allegation against a Bhangra dance community or a Villu party community or a, Yakshagana kind of community. So they are all close-knit communities. This is not by design or this is not by conspiracy at all. It is just the way things have evolved over centuries. There is nothing wrong with that. That said, Carnatic music community is much, much more diverse than what is being projected to all of you. There have been, honestly speaking, some of the greatest musicians, greatest revered composers and contributors to Carnatic music have been from diverse communities. In fact, I learned from T. Brinda, who comes from the Veena Dhanammal family, who is, from the Devadasi community. And, Veena Dhanammal was a person who attracted most of the top Brahmin musicians to her school or her playing. So nobody had any qualms of appreciating any musician from any community. You look at examples of T.N. Rajaratnam Pillai, who was considered a genius of Nadaswaram. Okay, even today there are so many Tamil maestros. If you take Valayapatti Subramaniam, if you take Haridwara Mangalam Palanivel sir, so many of them are from diverse communities. And if you take a Mandolin Srinivas, if you take a K.J. Yesudas, big names have come from various communities. There are other musicians from diverse communities who may not be that popular. So this whole Carnatic community is far more diverse than many other art forms, actually. So that perception itself was wrongly projected. That statement was wrongly that projected to all of you. So many of you who may not be in the field may actually think that this is a very valid statement. That's not true at all. And if you
That's
were to
not true
really
at all.
examine, there are certain other art forms which is even more, closely knit, tightly knit. So we cannot accuse them of keeping others out. Why would they do that? Because anybody will want their art form to be popularized.